Hey everyone, so I noticed a poster that had these kind of poses um in a Discord server. I'm not saying who sent it or who created it for privacy reasons, but what we're going to do today for this simple of the meme name bad SFM tutorials, I'm going to be taking these poses and advancing them to make them look more better in a way, as some people would say. Now, I sound a bit quiet because I'm recording this at stupid o'clock at night, because it is literally almost midnight. I've recorded this. I don't know fucking why I decided to record it this time, but hey, I needed to get something out. Now, I did record one of these, but it was shit, so I decided fuck it. I'm making a new one. So, here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these poses and we're going to advance them. And I'm going to show you with this Inkling model here how to make the hair affected in a way like gravity. But we'll come to that in a moment. Now I'm going to end up using rigs to advance these poses. If you don't know what I'm talking about the IK rigs that you can find on the workshop. In the SFM workshop, they're the Inkling IK rigs. It works on Inklings, Octolings, and even the Splatoon 2 Octolings. So what I'm going to do is simply, as you know, right click, Reg, Inkling IK. I always forget this. Always go to Clip Editor or Motion Editor. Which one? Doesn't matter. As long as you're in one of these, you can move the model. Now, how do we advance this pose? Well, first of all, for the love of God, angle the ears a little bit. It just doesn't look right without like angling the ears. Second of all, we could do with possibly angling the body a bit like this. Now, I don't know what to talk about because fucking, I don't know, but I want to say one thing. How have you all been recently? Hey, how's life been treating you? Have you been alright? Has things been okay with how it's going? How's it going with all this thing? I don't want to mention the virus because I've had enough of it as much as everyone else has, but hopefully this virus will go sometime soon and then we can have more of time to spend with families that we missed during all this lockdown and everything. It's been so annoying just sitting around doing fuck all. It just gets really annoying really fast. I mean, come on. We're sitting around doing fuck all, and it's just getting on some people's tits. Literally. Some people just can't stand sitting around doing fuck all. Anyway, so far as you can see with what I've been doing, I know I haven't been talking much about this pose because I don't know what to talk about it. It's hard to bloody do so, but as you can see, we turned it into a much better looking pose. The eyes automatically look like that way, which makes it look a bit better. Now we turned it from a basic pose into something that looks slightly bit more realistic, but also not realistic enough so that it's not too stiff, as people call it. Because, love forbid, I called them out the thing. I want to be nice to them. I said I called them out on their poses, they could have done a bit better. Now, they're one that actually came back and watched a few more of my tutorials, and that's when I ended up coming to the point of like, okay, I could do with making the the 7th tutorial, because why the fuck not? So as we have done JH, he is now done. We can now say, get the fuck out of the shot. Okay? Now we'll come on to Luna. Now, to change this one, I can see some basic changes already. Again, I'm going to use the rig to make it easier to move the bones around, and because it makes it more like a thing. Now, first off, we need to move the pelvis down a little bit. Then with the hips, we need to tilt it so one leg is like a knee bent kind of motion, and the other one more straight. We can put the pelvis down a bit more just so the knee bends. Then obviously we can just tilt the foot out, move it out like so, and obviously tilt the foot out again and move it a bit out like so. Second, we'll move the arms. So instead of having them behind the back, we'll actually bring them to the front. Now, don't always worry about moving the thumb to make it look thing. Nobody really pays attention, and to be honest, it's just quicker. For God's sake, sometimes just cheat and be quick about these things. So, move the hand so it almost looks like it's on the hips, like that. And then, if you want to, you can either do the other hand on the hips, or make it look like it's in the pocket. As you get up like this, yep, that looks like it's in the pocket. And then obviously always grab the elbows and move them to a more realistic looking place. Now the Octolink hair, they are a bit pain in the ass, especially when you put them down like I have. It's a pain in the backside. Because then when you're getting them like this, when they're like kind of back like that, the hand things clip into it, so we simply have to now move the hair. Now, you'd obviously move it with gravity, but a good thing to do would be to get the hair. Where the fuck's this bloody hair? Grab that so I can see it in this bloody thing, because it sometimes helps to go a bit further up with the hair, just so you can help with moving it for the elbow. So now you'd do that, and then you'd go so far down, and then you'd start to give it a bit of a curve kind of look. So it goes down straight. Obviously that's a bit too far. I need to move this one in, and then I need to move, sometimes it's easier just to go up that, but whatever. You do that, and then that, and then we just make it look like it's going straight down like that. Then obviously we do and then we do the same thing for this side. You grab the hair, move it out, slant it on a cut thing, so like move it out so it doesn't clip, then grab another part of the hair to just bend down for gravity. So it makes it look straight for the thing. You can also, if you want to, if it's like a windy day, you can make them look curled a little bit, but I don't know. That's all up to you, but I'm just trying to teach you how to take basic poses and make them look better. Because why the fuck not? And because I have nothing better to fucking do sometimes. Oh my god. I'm hoping at some point as well to try and get a capture card, if I can, because when I get a capture card I can start playing some Switch games or something. So we can start playing Switch games, like streaming or something, I don't know, maybe. I'm just waiting on my capture card first before we go any further. Right, now we've got a scared kind of pose. So we want to put the ears for starters, of course. Click the ear. You want to put the ears to more of a lower decline than what I did with JH. JH, I put them on a slightly inclined to show like the thing, and obviously with a scared, the ears are obviously lower. That's just how I've seen people do it. Again, all this is down to personal preference. I'm just trying to help people understand how to make things better. I'm just checking Discord on my other thing. Yeah. So this one, I can see a few things that could be improved already. Just 1 minute, because I do have to brainstorm sometimes just to figure out what I need to do to move it to make it better. Because that's the thing, sometimes you just have to pause and have a good think. Does this need to be done? Does this need to be done? Yada yada yada. So, what I think we'll do with this is make it so that he looks like he wants to piss himself scared. So, first things first. Legs down. We'll move the that's the hands, not the legs. We'll move the feet out, but then to turn it back in like that. Move that back out and turn that back in. We'll also grab the knees and move them in a bit more, just because it makes it look more like he's shitting himself. And of course, you do the movements of the spine, and you'd obviously do like a bit of movement like this, yada yada yada. Just sometimes it's just easier to just click the circle when it highlights and just move it, because it makes it a lot easier to just do movements like that. So now we've got that. Now we need to. Now the hand above the head's not so bad. That can stay. Obviously, we have this problem with the jumper. That's if you know what you're doing. You'd go into the hoodie, find the arm it is, like so, and just give it a twist. There you go, fixed. It's simple as that. Sometimes I forget that, even in my own posters. I haven't even made a poster in a while. Well, I've been a bit lazy and everything's been going haywire with stress and life. I don't want to talk about it because that's too personal, and I like to keep some things like that private. So that's already looking better just from him looking like he's shitting himself. But I don't quite like this arm at the back, so what we'll do is we'll move it so that it looks like it's in his pocket instead. Like so. That looks like it's in his pocket instead, so he looks more scared than what he originally was. I didn't change the facial expressions, of course, because I'm just basically going off the facial expressions, so I'm basically the poses like I said, because it was someone who goes quite looks at my tutorials quite a bit back into, like, just so they can learn this FM a bit better. I don't blame them if they've got problems to thing, that's understandable. Right. Next one. What looks like a walking, going to punch you one. Or, well, it was supposed to be a knife in the pose, but I didn't think about putting one of them in because I thought, fuck it, we can still get it from there. Right, first of all, before I put it into rigs, I'm going to, if I can find it, because this is sometimes the pain in the ass part, you can't find some of the bones, it makes it a pain in the ass, especially for bending fingers. Good. Okay. Right. So I just edited out a part where I rambled on something that I don't want in the video. So, anyway, now that you've got the... Now, right, we were on the pose. What the hell am I doing? Oh, 16 minutes? Shit, I go on forever. Where's that thumb? Press the right buttons, damn it. I sometimes keep pressing the wrong buttons for the keyboard. I still like a bit of a thing with it. I'd be no way a good desky in bloody VR chat, would I? Yeah, that's gonna happen. That's not gonna happen for a while. I still haven't got some models for it. Yes, I won't crush the models for VR chat. That's gonna take a while. Yes, I do know how to do Blender. For God's sake. Now, even though they're pissed, I'm still gonna drop the ears ever so slightly because it just looks wrong having the ears straight up like that. It just bugs me. In a way, it just fucking bugs me. So I'm just going to drop them a bit like that. That'll do. It makes it look a bit better. Now, we'll obviously put the rig on the model. Yada, yada, yada. And let's get to advancing the pose. First of all, move the pelvis down a bit so we get a bit better for the walk. Move on a slight angle. And then we'll start aiming this up and back that way. And then this can also be moved up as well and back that way. Now for the legs, we'll make it look more like they're trying to run instead. Because it makes it look better. They're pointing at them. Let's move that. Pardon me. It doesn't help I drink bloody fizzy drinks either. But then again, I've cut down on the amount of drinking, so aim that, something like that, I guess. Something like that'll do. That eye look can be alright for the head. And then this can be raised, moved back a bit, tilted, almost like they're going to throw the punch, like they're charging at them for a punch. Something like that. They probably can do a better pose than me, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's personal preference. Something like that. It's close enough, but I've advanced what it was. Like I said, this entire tutorial is about. I just hope I remember to edit that part out again. Anywho, next one. Josephine. And a pissed, looks like a standing pissed pose. We definitely can do a lot for this to make it look a lot better. I mean, it doesn't take a lot sometimes. I understand some people aren't skilled enough to make better looking models, and it does take time. Yes, I know, I've been there. That's kind of why I'm doing these tutorials, to try and help some people get used to it a bit quicker. Yes, I'm not the best at explaining things. Have I always been? Probably not, but who cares? Of course, we do the move down. We do a slight bend on the torso, as you would, so it's not completely what's the word? Oh yeah, completely stiff. So then we'd move the neck up. And then of course we will move the feet out a bit. More like standing like that. And then of course move the arms up and tilt the hands forward a bit. Move them in a bit, like so. Straighten that up and down. Do the same for the other hand. Lift it up. Pull it forward so much. Tilt the hand. Tilt it a bit more than the other side, because why not? And then move it to somewhere like that. And there we go. We've already increased that pose. It's simple, really, if you think about it. If you think about what you're doing and know what you're doing, it's pretty simple shit at the end of the day, not gonna lie. Let's put that over there. This looks like a jumbled mess. Ah, fuck it. Anyway, next one. This was supposed to be holding a glass, but I couldn't be asked holding it, doing it properly, so... Anyway, let's advance this pose. So, they looked like they were standing against a wall as well, so if they were to be standing against a wall, I know a couple of ways to make this pose look a lot better. And to be honest, it didn't take me too long to make these poses myself, but simple poses do take a lot less time than you realise to make. So have it standing like that, and then with the legs, obviously we need the pelvis to bend into the legs. We then, with one foot, move it out a bit, and then the other foot, we move it like this, so it looks flat, something like that, and then lift it so that it goes on the wall like that. Excuse me a second. Okay, so we got that, so that looks a lot better. Now let's move the hands. Lower that. Move that more like that. Like something like this, I guess. It's like it's in view, but not too much of a view, kind of thing. It's supposed to be like a champagne glass, I guess. And obviously, move the other hand to you can either have it looking like it's on the hip, like I'm failing to do right now. Yes, even some professional artists fail at some things. Like so, you can have it like that. Like that. Or do like we have with the other ones. Make it seem like it's in a pocket. Simple. Then obviously have them looking at the camera. Simple, I guess, as. So that wasn't too hard, I guess. Even though I was procrastinating like hell to get this video out. So, right, now we're going to have a look at how you do the Inkling hair to be looking like it's affected by gravity. Now, I want to say one thing. If you're doing these, if you're having like Inkling Girl models, if anything, please make them into a file pre-created with this, or just do this simple thing every time, because it doesn't look like, I'm not being funny, it does not look nice with it having the hair like not look like it's affected by gravity. It's annoying, to be honest, to look at. So with this simple trick, as you will see now, you can make the hair look a lot better and make it seem like it's been affected by gravity, as if it were to be in Gmod per se. Because Gmod, we all know what happens in Gmod. It actually has a proper gravity feel to the model. So you just do this. It's a simple couple of movements like this, just to make it look like gravity is affecting the hair. Obviously you can adjust it however you like, but that's like the basics of making it look more like it's affecting thing. Now that looks a lot better, wouldn't you say? As you can see, like I have done with Josephine, and both blue characters, as I will pull them out. Got blue one, which is an Inkling Girl with the ponytail. Josephine with the Inkling Girl with the ponytail. And blue, Inkling Boy with the ponytail. They've all got it angled like it's affected by gravity. Even my own character has the hair looking like it's affected by gravity. It's just a simple little thing you can add to make it look a lot better for the hair. Now, dropping the hair down for the Octoling, that's just a whole other mess. You have to like kind of straighten it and everything. It can take time, but that's not too thing. But anyway, there's how you would take a pose, advance it to make it look better, and how you would make the hair look like it's affected by gravity to give it that extra little details, because some people will like little extra details like that. So, thank you all for watching, everyone. It's been a pleasure. If you wish to subscribe and like, you can do so. You do not have to. That's all completely up to you. And as always, the haters will be laughed at because it's fucking hilarious, people wasting their time to give you hate. I'm not saying it is literally fucking hilarious. I can't fucking believe that. People do go out their way to put fucking hate on someone just because they don't like this or they don't like that. Shut up, you snowflakes, to be honest. Okay? So I'll just laugh at the haters. It's fun, to be honest. And yeah. So Huol Paub, and I'll see you whenever my next video is. Whenever that is. I have no fucking clue. Well, time to edit this and go on. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Huol Paub.